Grand Seiko's 44GS case first appeared in 1967 and was the first ever expression of the uniquely Japanese Grand Seiko style. This was 55 years ago, so now we have a reason to celebrate the 55th anniversary of the 44GS case with the SLGH009, which is a limited edition that honors the 44GS case by its construction in a very special ever-brilliant steel. With a dark blue orbit textured dial that is inspired by the stars, will this piece boldly go where no Grand Seiko has gone before? Or will it crash into obscurity like a meteor? What's up everyone, it's Chris with the Little Treasury channel. Welcome back. This is where we bring you awesome watch content at least once a week. If you haven't already, please make sure to smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be alerted as soon as we upload. I'm for Little Treasury Jewelers, which is located in Gambrills, Maryland, and it's where you go when you're in the know. As always, the watches that I review are for sale and can be purchased, so please see the description below to contact us. If you're just joining us, I'll go over the watch's detailed measurements and features, and then I'll offer my humble opinion at the end. In our last video, we reviewed the Grand Seiko SLGH009 and compared it to the SLGH005 to help you make a better decision between the two white birch models. I highly recommend checking out this video because the new white birch is really an amazing timepiece. Wrist check time! Today I'm wearing my Mille Glasciuta Promare Go, which is probably what I feel most comfortable wearing on a daily basis of all of my watches. It just seems underrated and it's durable, and it can go in water too. See, I didn't wear my snowflake today, although maybe you were expecting it with a Grand Seiko video. Now tell me which watch you're wearing while you're watching the video, and make sure to tell me why. I want to preface this video with, though, a little bit of a behind the scenes. This was the hardest watch I've ever had to put on the camera so far, and every single bit of it's reflective with a dark blue dial. So I hope that you really enjoy it. Now let's get on to the features. The SLGH009 has a 40mm case width, a 12.2mm thickness, a 47.2mm lug-to-lug, an 18.8mm lug width, a 33.4mm crystal diameter, and weighs in at 151.54 grams. The case is made out of Grand Seiko's proprietary ever-brilliant steel, which has a bright white hue that further enhances how beautifully shiny it is with Zaratsu finish. Ever-brilliant steel is also the world's most corrosion-resistant steel and has a Pren value that is 1.7 times higher than that of other high-end watches, according to Grand Seiko. The case is called the 44GS case, which has broad flat planes on the sides of Zaratsu finish and small matte areas on the inside of the lugs. The sides of the case have a small area of matte finish with more Zaratsu beneath. The crown can be found at the 3 position, has the GS logo on it, and it is screw down. The bezel is Zaratsu finished and sits slightly above the case with a sapphire crystal that protrudes to help protect it from scuffs. The dial is in midnight blue and is inspired by the stars. It has a texture that is supposed to invoke the sky at night, with an etched pattern of the elliptical orbit of stars as they move across the heavens. This is supposed to capture the serene passage of celestial time. The markers are beautifully high-polished rectangles with a double marker at the 12. White ticks are used for the minute grade around the edge of the dial. The GS logo can be found applied in gold, and below it, Grand Seiko in white at the top middle portion. The hour and minute hands are Dauphine style, and the second hand is in gold. The date window can be found at the 3 position and has a silver frame with a white background and black numerals. High beat, 36,000 and 80 hours can be found in white at the bottom middle portion of the dial. As usual, no lume can be found on this piece, but don't worry, even the most insignificant light will make this piece visible. The case back is open and shows off the beautifully decorated 9SA5 movement, which has been enhanced with tempered blue screws for this model. It also has a Ghost Lion logo on the center of the glass. The movement is the 9SA5 high beat, which has a dual impulse escapement which lets the escapement wheel transmit power directly to the balance, which leads to a significant increase in efficiency. It has a free-sprung balance, which allows it to be more shock resistant and maintain accuracy over a longer time period. It uses a horizontal gear train that allows it to be 15% slimmer than the current Grand Seiko high beat caliber. But what does all this mean? It means you get a high beat 36,000 beat per hour caliber with an 80-hour power reserve and an accuracy of -3 to +5 seconds per day. The bracelet is a standard 5-link design, but is also made out of ever-brilliant steel. It has matte large links with Zaratsu polished smaller links. A folding clasp with the GS logo can be found at the end with no micro adjusts. The Grand Seiko SLGH009 is limited to only 550 pieces total, is 100-meter water resistant, and can be yours for a wonderful $10,500. Now for my humble opinion. So this is a very shiny timepiece, and even the dial is shiny, but I think it's actually dark, so it gives it a really unique presence, which you really have to see in person. The texture is more of a bonus than the main event here, and it's just not very visible unless you hit it with light in a very specific way, and I would perhaps like to have seen them use a lighter shade of blue to bring it out more. However, I will say that if you are after a dark blue dialed timepiece, this is a very sharp looking package here. The ever-brilliant steel makes this look a step above the other Grand Seiko models, and I couldn't put my finger on it exactly when I first saw this, since I didn't realize that it had this special steel, but it just looked more premium to me. The high beat movement is a mind-boggling feat in achieving an 80-hour power reserve and moves very smoothly and could be the reason enough to pick this piece up. I will go ahead and recommend this one to anyone who wants a truly rare and unique Grand Seiko piece at only 550 of these total. And maybe you want an understated dial, but can appreciate this stunning case work. Thanks for watching today, everyone. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. And of course, if you did, please make sure to smash that subscribe button, give this video a like, and share it with all of your friends and your family members too. I look forward to seeing you next video.